Hello and welcome to Kimberly's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to prepare my holiday apple flan. You will need the following ingredients. Half a cup of gluten-free flour. For this recipe, I particularly enjoy using gluten-free Pantry's French bread and pizza mix. 2/3 of a cup of sugar, divided in two. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 3/4 of a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, a total of 3 eggs lightly beaten, 2 for the torte and 1 for the torte topping, 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1/3 of a cup of milk, 3 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 5 baking apples, cored, peeled, and thinly sliced. I like to use Macintosh apples. You will need the following tools: measuring cups and spoons, a cutting board, a sharp knife, a 9-inch springform pan, a large mixing bowl, a small-sized mixing bowl, a mixing spoon, a whisk, a large spoon, a baking rack, and a small sharp knife. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees. In the large bowl, combine the gluten-free flour, 1/3 of a cup of sugar, the baking powder, the salt, and the cinnamon. It is very important to mix the ingredients well so that your torte rises evenly. In the medium-sized bowl, combine 2 of the beaten eggs, the milk, the vanilla, and whisk everything together. Next, add the oil to the egg mixture and re-whisk. Combine together the wet and dry mixtures, again making sure to mix everything very well so that the consistency is creamy and without any lumps. Next, carefully fold the apples into your mixture. You want to gently fold them in so that you protect the thin slices from breaking apart. Continue doing this until all the apple slices are evenly coated. Spray the springform pan well with non-stick cooking spray, making sure to spray all the sides as well. Gently spoon the mixture into your pan, making sure that the bottom is entirely covered. Wipe the edges and the sides if any batter drips, as it burns easily. Place the pan in the center of the oven and bake for 25 minutes. The flan should be very firm and golden. Meanwhile, in the small bowl, combine the remaining egg, the melted butter, and the remaining sugar. Mix together vigorously until the consistency is very slimy. Once the flan is ready, very gently spoon the sugar, egg, and butter topping over it. I usually do this by pulling out the oven rack, rather than removing it from the oven, so that I disturb the flan as little as possible. Make sure to cover it all the way to the edges, then return it to the oven for another 10 minutes, or until the top is golden brown and firm to the touch. Remove the flan from the oven and gently place it on the baking rack. Let it cool for 10 minutes. Using a butter knife, gently cut the edges to separate it from the sides of the pan. Don't worry about getting perfect edges. It's bound to tear up a little. Next, once you are sure that none of the flan is still stuck to the sides of the pan, remove the side edges from your springform pan. Since the edges will never look perfect, I prefer serving this dish in pie pieces with ice cream on top. But you can also sprinkle the entire top with icing sugar. And there you have it, my holiday apple flan. Enjoy and happy holidays from Kimberly's Kitchen.